Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out The Weight of Sound by Crystal Lake. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, Crystal Lake. What do I know about Crystal Lake? And the answer is absolutely nothing, other than the fact that Crystal Lake is the lake from the Friday the 13th movies, which I've seen all of them and love them. I'm a big fan of horror movies, so quite frankly, all I had to see was Crystal Lake, and I'm in at that point. And actually, it was kind of funny, though. I was talking with a friend, and we were talking about bands, and Crystal happened to be the name in one of the bands. And he was saying, oh, have you heard of, it was like Crystal Palace. And then it kind of came down to like a bunch of bands with Crystal in the name. And then he actually said, have you checked out Crystal Lake? And I said, other than the Friday the 13th movies, no. And so I was told to check them out, and we are here today because of that conversation. It's as easy as that, folks. But once again, I don't really know anything about them other than they got a cool name. So with that being said, let's just get right to it and see what Crystal Lake has to offer us.
Self-destruction of divine pieces of death lay alive in me. Marketing thrills, sleep is a fantasy. Waiting to run, I'm wasting my life into days. Don't you dare abandon me. Proud to avoid never stay. The city lights go black. Rest of time I'll wake back. The city lights go black.
I love it, folks. I love it. The screaming vocals are everything that just sounds good in my ears. It's just, I love it. And you guys know vocals can go very wrong or very, very good. And in this case, the vocals just sound awesome. There's just something about the tone of that vocal that just, like, I feel like if I could do it or if I was in a band, I would want to sound like that. I just think it's super cool. And so, yeah, and they just look like they're having such a fun time too. And so, you know, the crowd's having a good time. They're having a good time. The vocals sound great. The band sounds great. It's just, that's a scene I want to be a part of. So big up so far.
It's like going to
Okay, I should bring it up. Like, I am 100% a sucker for when a band has, for lack of better terms, kind of like a chorus like this, where it's like simple words and then they put them on the screen. That way, like when you're in the crowd, you can kind of like sing along and it's not too difficult. It's just basic words that just sound good when the whole crowd is getting into it. I'll give you an example. I was just at Lorna Shore, and they played the song Glenwood, and it was, they had, and actually through a couple songs, but they had like the lyrics of just the simple words, like the "we can't go back," that kind of thing. And when that comes up, even if you don't know the words, or obviously in the case of Lorna Shore, a lot of people can't do what Will does. And so when you see like the big words like that come up, it just makes it more inviting for the rest of the crowd to be able to sing along and get into it. So when a band does something like this, I absolutely love it because like I said, I'm a sucker for it, and I think it's for people like me. Like I never know the lyrics to anybody's songs, and in this case, I can be like, "Carry me home," I can be in the crowd and get into it. So I wish more people would do it. And once again, I'm a sucker for it, but I love it. Okay, folks. Yeah, so you guys know how I feel about it at this point. This was just such a happy surprise. It was great, and I absolutely need to check out more from Crystal Lake because, it's metalcore. It's got the metalcore vibes, all that kind of good stuff, and I've mentioned this in the past. There's some metalcore that completely works for me, and then metalcore that doesn't. And this is one that absolutely does. And so I need to know more because, once again, they have a cool name because I love horror movies. They sound great and all that kind of good stuff. They use the cheat words. So if I go see them in concert, hopefully they're going to be doing that, and I'll be able to sing along even though I don't know the words. Super cool. So they're doing all the right things. This video checks off all the boxes that I look for. Hopefully it did that for you as well. But let me know in the comments your thoughts on Crystal Lake. Is this the first time you're hearing them? Are you a longtime fan? Let me know what I need to know in the comments about the band. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.